Yo, what up? Yo, what up? It's Lauren Homeboy, and this video is about motivation. If you saw, if you watch my channel, you know that I already made this video, but I made it outside. It was hella windy, and it just wasn't good. I didn't like it. You couldn't hear what I was saying, but if you follow me on Facebook, which you totally should, because I got an entertaining ass channel. You know that I told you guys that I've already ordered my mic, so that hopefully will never be happening again. But I'm hella irresponsible, so I'm probably gonna break it and lose it or do some retarded shit. But, but yeah, I've been having a really funny morning. My phone is acting up, and I don't know, whatever the fuck. So let's get into it. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, bump some of that new heat I just put out. Just put like 6 songs out in the past week. Actually, I put most of them out yesterday. But yeah, let's get it. I'm answering this question for one of the homies that left a comment on one of my other videos. I forgot which one. I'm so sorry, buddy, but I'm making this for you. Shout out to Trilly Reach, shout out to Elizabeth, shout out to my nigga D. Everybody who needs this video, it's for you. Alright, let's get it. So, if you watch my channel, you know that I make reference to the 3 titles of being a teacher, a warrior, and a chef. But for this video, I'm using the titles the artist, the warrior, and the magician. Because a lot of people misuse the word motivation or get intimidated by the word motivation. So we're going to use those titles. If you're an artist, then you most likely resonate with the word inspiration or to be inspired. If you're the warrior, then you should use the word courage or take into account when you have lack of courage. And if you are the magician, for you, I would say that you should use the word intention or alignment instead of the word motivation as a substitute. Now, next are the do's and don'ts of motivation. First are the do's, obviously. Do make motivation a part of your nature. Don't look for motivation, be motivation. And that's what LYFT was stressing in his video. If you watched the last video, you know that I made reference to LYFT and his views on motivation. His views on motivation is that it was really useless and that you shouldn't take into account your amount of motivation, but the amount of self-discipline that you instill in yourself, which I somewhat agree with. But I think motivation is important, especially if you're not somebody who's considered self-disciplined. So you can actually use this on your road to being more self-disciplined and become more successful. And the more self-discipline you have, the the more self-discipline you have, the less that you will need motivation as much. So make it a part of your nature. What that means is build the habits, build the willpower, the self-discipline, and remind yourself constantly what your beliefs are, what needs to be done, your goals, which is my next point, and being motivation and not looking for outside sources of motivation. This can help you affirm yourself, motivation, and motivated. What I do for this is I set up ringtones, alarms, notifications on my phone that constantly remind me and to affirm my goals and my sources of inspiration. I need to slow down. One ringtone that I use is Look Like Money by Young Ralph. Helps me get money all the time. And Most of Us by Wiz Khalifa. When I swipe my phone or when I turn it on, I Am Happy is across the screen. I watch TV shows that remind me of my goals. I don't have posters anywhere, but those are some things that I would say that you should do. I mean, if I had space on my arms for tattoos, I would get more tats. I don't want to get any tats on my left hand, but I wouldn't recommend you getting tattoos of what you want to manifest into your life or any affirmations. I met a dude, he had $2 signs tattooed on his hand. That's kind of ghetto, but whatever, you know. Next, set yourself up to be motivated. That is a part of what I just told you as far as the notifications and the ringtones. Making space, allowing yourself to feel motivated, allowing yourself to have motivation in your life. I got drunk last night, so my brain is not working as well. I drank a lot of cranberry juice and water. I'm not hungover. I wouldn't be making this video. Next, use fire and use red. Now, you should definitely investigate the psychological developments of human evolution and sociological evolution in humans, because when you look at the evidence that we are given, man acts on sex. Man as a whole, humankind acts on breeding. And man, dudes, everything in our life is motivated by sex and the want to spread the seed. The want to be presentable and to be presented as somebody who is worthy to put our dicks and stuff and everything. So, you know, the nice car, the nice job, even if you're not chasing sex constantly all the time, that is the place that it comes from. It comes from a sexual place. For females, it is the opposite. Women want to attract the best mate and to be looked at as somebody that is worthy, whether they're married or not, in their relationships or not. They still want to be looked at as somebody who is worthy enough to be skeeted in. But you know, when you look at that and when you consider that, it's very obvious what you need to do and what needs to be done for you to be motivated and get out there and put your dick in the world. So next, I would say meditate on times that you are motivated. This helps me a lot because everybody always tells me, if you put as much energy as you put in your drinking and your drugs and your alcohol and your music, you'll be rich right now. If you put as much energy in the bullshit that you did I'm sorry. If you look at times where you were motivated in your past and you put the energy that you had for those negative things into the times that you needed positive things, such as right now, you will get what you need to get. So all the times where I had hella papers and I did them, or I had no money but I really, really wanted to turn up and I did some bullshit for money, or whatever the case may be, I've done positive things in my life where I've acted on motivation. I just can't remember them right now because I got wasted last night and I haven't done a whole hell of a lot with my life. I've been to college a lot of times and I had not that many fucking jobs, but at the same time, you need to be able to look at those times and borrow some of that abundance from the past and apply it to yourself right now. Next, build willpower, research willpower, research the importance of willpower, what it is exactly. There's hella videos on YouTube right now. I made one about willpower, and obviously you should definitely watch that. Next, build your self-discipline. I already said that. Next, relax and let it flow. I'm not saying sit down and let it come to you and bum. But what I'm saying is don't burn yourself. Willpower, self-discipline, certain things, all these things are finite. You know, you're not fucking God. The amount of love that you have for, excuse me, your children or yourself, that's infinite. But willpower, that can be spent. That could be easily taken away by you spending it on dumb shit. For example, the president doesn't choose what he fucking eats every day. He's given a menu. He doesn't even do that. He just gives his cooks a list of things that he likes, and they make it for him every day. And he doesn't spend his willpower on making choices that are gonna be spending his willpower. Next, build an ecosystem for it. I had this shit on my lip the whole time. I just came out the bathroom. It's cool. I know you still love me, but build an ecosystem for it. Like I said, set yourself up for motivation. Wear motivation clothes. Hang around motivated people. Don't fuck yourself up, basically. And lastly, find out what emotion works best for you. A lot of people like to work with positive emotions. A lot of people work with negative emotions. For example, to be a Super Saiyan, to become a Super Saiyan, if you're a Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan world and Dragon Ball Z's world, you have to be angry enough. You have to be pushed to a certain limit to be able to tap into your Super Saiyan powers and become a Super Saiyan. But me, I don't work with anger very well. Anger makes me want to destroy shit. I work with sex, scarcity. I work with scarcity under pressure very well. That's not always good because I already explained why you shouldn't be working with scarcity, because it's finite. If you work with love, if you work from a place of content states, it'll be much easier to get what you want and make it last. Next are the don'ts. Number one, don't do drugs. Drugs are a very unmotivating thing. A lot of people, they take the psychiatric drugs or whatever it's called, the drugs that psychiatrists and doctors prescribe you, the Wellbutrins. I don't know what the fuck Seroquel does, the fucking lithiums and all that shit. Yeah, some of that shit fixes your brain and helps you chemically balance yourself. But as far as you drinking and smoking, of course, I already been told not to tell people to do stuff that I wouldn't do and that I don't do. But I do agree 100% that drugs are a very detrimental factor to building motivation and self-discipline and all that. So, I mean, I wouldn't do drugs if I was trying to become more motivated. But I'm good. Don't worry about what the fuck I be doing. So, don't do drugs, because drugs, I mean, if you do drugs, like if you do like cocaine, for example, that me, when I do, yeah, I will clean this whole motherfucking house, which I need to do in a little bit. Or just do some ill ass shit. Write some songs, get in the studio, record. But that's false inspiration, and that shit's just gonna make you depressed like a motherfucker when it's all gone. Next, don't introduce girlfriends and boyfriends into your life for motivation. If you say, I'm gonna get a girlfriend and she's gonna like me, but she's gonna see that I need to change and that I do all this dumb little bullshit, and she's gonna fucking stay on me and we're gonna fix all my don't do that. Do it by yourself. If you need an ecosystem, friends, family, mom, dad, that they're gonna stick around. And if you use a boyfriend or a girlfriend for your motivation, like I did, when you find out how much of a shitty person they are, your motivation is gonna go away. For example, my last girlfriend, basically tried to use her as a source of motivation for me to stop drinking. So I wasn't drinking at all. She actually helped me. She actually inspired me to drink my fucking brains out because she annoyed the shit out of me. But she's a beautiful person. And I still talk to her like once a month or some shit. But I tried to use her as a source of motivation for me to stop smoking cigarettes. And I stopped smoking cigarettes for like 3 days. And I jogged every day. Like a week I cut down. But I started to see how much I did not like her, and it didn't matter if I smoked cigarettes or not, because it I just she took that away from me because she annoyed the crap out of me. So I was like, you know what? I don't even like this bitch. I'm gonna smoke my cigarettes and be motherfucking free. So yeah, don't do that. Next, don't bust too many nuts. Don't bust too many nuts, especially in the morning. That's the worst time that you can bust a nut in the morning. I hate that shit because the all day I know I'm gonna move so much slower. I'm gonna have so little willpower, and it's all stripped from me. Life is in the breath and in the balls. Don't bust too many, even if you're a female. Don't bust too many nuts. Don't bust any nuts in the morning. Actually, for women, I don't know how it is. But for dudes, like I said, your motivation for life, your drive to do everything, your courage, your inspiration, your alignment, your intentions, all come from your semen needing to be spread, needing to be let out. Even if you're shooting blanks, it's still your sexual fluids. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Leave the nut busting at nighttime. Nighttime, and don't bust nuts every fucking day. Watch what you're gonna do. Next, don't hang out with the unmotivated. That's an obvious. You can hang out with the unmotivated to to see where you don't want to be. Just like my last roommate, he woke up every day because he smoked cigarettes for my whole life. He smoked cigarettes for fucking, I don't know how the fuck old he is. He smoked cigarettes for at least the last 20 years. Double, triple the time I've been smoking cigarettes. He was a crackhead. He only has access to 30% of his heart and like fucking 20% of his lungs. He smokes a cigarette and smoke's still coming out his mouth for like a full minute after he already hit it. So I can use him as a source of motivation. I don't want to grow up and I don't want to be that guy, you know. But I wouldn't make it a habit to keep hanging around the unmotivated. Next, don't listen to the haters. I mean, all of these tips that I'm giving you, you could do the opposite and fucking kill life right now. But these are just things that I recommend to people with my personality type. Honestly, people don't motivate me. A lot of people don't motivate me because I don't want to. I don't want to use people as a source of motivation. I like to get it from the inside. I like to get it from nature or God or some shit. I don't like to get my motivation from other people. Like everybody says, let your haters be your motivators. I don't have haters. I probably do, but I don't pay attention to them. They don't fucking matter. They don't make me want to get up and do anything. They make me want to fucking. They don't make me do. They don't make me feel anything. So, I mean, I wouldn't listen to the haters if I had my personality type because I know how reactive I am and what I do with my thoughts and my time. So, yeah, don't listen to the haters. Next, don't focus on anger, don't focus on guilt, and don't feel shameful for being motivated. Again, like I said, if you are a fucking Super Saiyan and you want to be Super Saiyan level 2, yeah, focus on anger. Do what you gotta do. But anger doesn't work for me. If you have my personality type, don't use anger to become motivated. I mean, like, if I really wanted to clean this house, which I kind of don't want to do, I could focus on how angry I would be if I stepped on an earring. Or if some dumb shit happened, if I knocked everything over, if I couldn't find shit. I could focus on how angry that would make me. But me just knowing that, hey, I want the house to be clean so I can see shit and so it won't smell like fucking beer and cigarettes in here. I could focus on that, but focusing on anger doesn't work for me, all in all. Don't focus on fear because that is a low vibrational state and you don't need to align yourself with fear when you want to get a goal accomplished. Some people work better with knowing that, hey, if I don't do this, we're all gonna die, the world's gonna explode, the plane's gonna crash. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. But again, that's coming from a scarce state of mind. You wanna react and act with love for things to last longer. You breaking in somebody's house because you gotta pay bills in 3 days. That's acting on fear. That's a low vibrational act. If you do something that you love and you spread joy to other people and you show people how much passion you have for something, what you get, I mean, it may be little, but it comes from a place of love, and it's leading to you getting something bigger. This is a 20-minute goddamn video. Alright, so don't feel guilty for being motivated. If all your friends want to keep fucking smoking swishers and Black and Miles and sitting on the porch and fucking listening to Bone Thugs, let them do that. Don't let them tell you that you're changing up or you're being brand new or whatever the fuck the kids say these days. Don't fuck them, you know? Don't let people make you feel guilty or make you feel shameful for being motivated, and don't act on your guilt and shame to do things just like fear that's coming from a place of scarcity and a place of destruction and a low vibrational state. So fuck that shit. Next, don't tell other people your plan. Don't tell other people your plan because it gives them room and space to put their dick in your brain. And when nobody knows what you're doing, nobody can dictate what you're gonna do and what the outcome's gonna be, and nobody can control your shit. So don't tell other people your plan. Don't bounce ideas off of other people. Don't let other people say, hey, look, I think you should do like this. You know what? I can't see you doing that. That's weird as hell. That's not something that you should do. All the times that I fucking said, hey, look, you know what? I think I want to be a comedian. I think I want to study comedy and fucking take improv classes, and people were telling me I was a lame and shit like that. You know what? I didn't chase my dreams. That wasn't really my dream, but every time I tried to do something, somebody fucking put their dick in my brain and they fucking altered my fucking shit, and I had let them fuck me up. I inspired them to fucking inspire me to fuck shit up and to not fucking try anything. So yeah, don't do that shit. Nobody wants to be a loyal homeboy. Next, don't spread yourself too thin. I understand that you have a lot to accomplish, but focus on one thing. Every problem can be solved with focus. So focus. You know, I do way too much shit. No, I don't. But the music, the videos, and the essays and work, that it's really hard for me to balance. I'm doing it pretty well, I think, but yeah. Next, don't eat unhealthily. Yeah, I drink alcohol and I smoke cigarettes, but I'm a vegetarian. But when you eat that junk bullshit, chips, I eat chips, not chips. I'm never gonna stop eating chips. When you eat processed foods and bologna and ham and shit, that shit gooks up your brain and it fucks up the flow of your thoughts. So you stop eating meat for about a week or two and just feel the motivation become you. Next, don't take in depressing information. Don't watch all the depressing ass vlogs that I make. Watch the happy ones. Watch the ones that make you wanna jack off after. But as far as you watching Law and Order SVU, that's my shit. Watching Cops, listening to fucking horrorcore and 3-6 Mafia. I love 3-6 Mafia, by the way. 036 Mystic Styles. But listening to music that putting yourself in situations that make you depressed, because some of those things may release serotonin and other happy chemicals in your brain. I don't fucking know. But putting yourself in situations where, look at that shit, where you're the bad guy and you lose at the end and you feel depressed, or, you know, watching Intervention, that's just depressing, you know. You talking to people, they tell you your problems. I like to listen to other people's problems. That makes me happy. But if it doesn't do what it does for me, for you, don't do it. And lastly, don't ignore your thoughts. Always talk to yourself. Always monitor your thoughts and make sure that you're doing what you need to do. And make sure this whole time. And make sure that you're doing what you need to do, and make sure that you're listening to your body, listening to your mind, listening to your soul, and keeping up with yourself. That's it. It's Lord Homeboy, 25-minute goddamn video. Do's and don'ts of motivation. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it, listen to that new heat. That's it. Peace.